Alright, so I have this screw here, and there's like one or two things that could be done to clean this up a little bit. So there's basically like a few end guns in here, and then there's some extra loops that aren't really doing anything. These tries here are like one of those weird things where they're not killing anything, but like they also don't really need to be there. So what you can do is just sort of grab the edges of all of these and just sort of like merge them together, and then just cut in with the multi-cut tool a little line here. That'll get rid of that end gun, and then it just kind of makes things like a little bit nicer, I guess, depending on you know, what you're trying to do. And then wait, is this now an end gun? What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no, that's just a weirdly shaped quad. That's fine. And then for the center of this, there's also like some extra sort of weird vertices and stuff like that. So you could go through and you could either just like merge all these manually. This one's just sort of like floating here. The other thing you can do, which might actually be like kind of easier, is just select that entire sort of like inner portion and get rid of that. And then these random sort of faces here could definitely get deleted. That's just one of those weird things where like, I had these a lot when I also first started modeling, where there's just like weird bits of geometry floating around. Okay, cool. But yeah, so I think actually, maybe going back and looking at this again, I think it might actually be easier to just sort of delete, like anywhere, if you smooth this, you see these like weird little extra sort of faces blopping out. Just kind of pop in and delete them, and then also go in, because that left a lot of like extra vertices, just sort of select over everything and delete that. And then what you should be able to do is just extrude and merge to center, and then that'll sort of clean up that bottom area. But yeah, so that's more or less what I would do for this, I guess. You could also theoretically merge these together, but in this case I think the way it's set up actually does a pretty good job of sort of hardening that edge a little bit and keeping it flat. But yeah. And then, so this is assuming that you care if this is smooth versus unsmoothed, but you will notice if I smooth this, there's like a tiny bit of pulling sort of like in here. That's just caused by this giant star in the middle of this, so if we extruded this again and just sort of brought that in a little bit, that should clean up a reasonable amount of that. And then also just scale this to be flat just to ensure that it is, hello, just to ensure that it's not, you know, some kind of weird like lump in the model that's actually causing that. But yeah, screws.